Yeah. No.
Because that lady skipped. You're in HR.
That's funny.
Okay. That would be awful to start off with that.
Okay. Brandon's on. Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Let's see.
My nose is going to start running.
Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to Facebook Live Friday. This week we have Cheryl Adams and Ruth Green from our HR department. They've got a lot of good information to cover today. We're glad that you're with us. Another reminder is to wait till you're stopped to watch this if you're driving, and we'll get started. So I'm going to flip it on over, and we're going to go.
Okay. So I want to say thank you to all the drivers for watching this video. Not really, but we'll say that anyway. We want to say welcome into 2019. We are very excited for this new year as a company. We have a lot of things going on that are extremely exciting. One of the things that I want to touch on is we're always talking about being a great company. John Wilbur says that he doesn't want to only be a great trucking company, he wants to be a great company. So one of the things that I feel like in the HR industry, what shows a great company is having a workforce that is extremely diverse, and your culture is great. I feel like we have that here. We have our family atmosphere, and our diversity. One of the numbers I want to touch on is we have 36% of our fleet, our driving fleet, is women. That is huge in the industry compared to what the industry standard is. That says a lot about us as a company and about our drivers that we have. We're always very thankful for our drivers. We know what you do is very hard and it's very stressful and it takes you away from your families, and we really appreciate that. One of the ways that we show you that we appreciate that is the new retention and performance bonus that we have. I want to congratulate everybody that earned the January performance and retention bonuses. That's a huge payout. That's basically just a thank you for continuing to stick with us as a company. We know that your job is hard and stressful, and we very much appreciate that. We wouldn't be who we are without you. So from my HR team, definitely thank you for being our employees and being our Tri-State family. To switch into a different note, obviously being HR, one of the things we talk about all the time is benefits. With the new year starting, I want to go into, this is a great time for you to review what you have. I want you to look at your paychecks and make sure that the elections that you think that you elected are actually deducting out of your check. That way, if there's anything that's going on that is not correct, we have an opportunity to fix that for you. We would need to do that fairly quickly to be able, to get that taken care of. If you thought you signed up for vision and it's not deducting, if you call me in July, it's going to be very hard for me to go back and fix that. So take this opportunity of the new year to go through your pay stub, check your elections, make sure that those are correct. Also, one of the things you can do is sign on to the mydaskeybenefits.com, that portal. That portal is not just available for open enrollment. That is something for you to utilize year-round. It's got a lot of helpful information and tools on there. All of the policies that we have are loaded into the library section, and that section is something, your open enrollment packet just gives you a little snippet of what the insurances are, but you can actually see the full plan documents in there. You can look up providers online, see what benefits you have, change beneficiaries if you have anything like that. So it's a really good tool for you to utilize. And I think people assume that that's just you can only log on once a year to do open enrollment, and that's not the case. So some of the things we're going to talk about today, We want to talk about the things that maybe you didn't even know that we had them available, that are free to you, and some of the things that maybe you have that are underutilized. So I'm going to let Ruth start off and talk about one of the programs that's new to us this year in our benefit package. And then just feel free to ask questions if you have any questions on anything, and we'll answer as we can.
Okay, so the new program this year is an employee assistance program, and it gives you help with all sorts of different things, from legal help to emotional and physical wellness. You know, this is, again, the first of the year, and oftentimes a lot of us will set goals that we want to accomplish, and then long about this time, the end of January, life happens and you start you know, losing sight of some of those, and so this is a tool that might help you to get back on track. A few of the things is, as I mentioned, you can get help with stress, depression, or anxiety. There's also help with relationship, even marital status, grief and loss. You can even give you assistance in finding child or elder care, retirement planning, helping you do a will or redo your will as life and your seasons of your life change. Help you with taxes, bankruptcy, you know, helping you in reducing your debt, all sorts of things. So you can reach out to our employee assistance program 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can there's a phone number, which is 877-533-2363. You can also go to, there's the website is www.guidanceresources.com. And then if you need more information, certainly reach out to myself or Cheryl or Kelly or Brandon, any of us in HR, and we can definitely get you more details on that. And one good thing that I really liked about this program is it's completely no cost to our employees, and they will you know, get you help over the phone. They also you have, I believe it's up to 3 like personal one-on-one visits. They will send you a packet in the mail after your initial contact with them, and whatever the subject is that you're reaching out to them about, they'll send you resources that you can use in your particular area, articles that might be of help to you, as well as they can refer you to people in your area. So that's a great program that I'm really excited about, that Tri-State is able to offer to their employees. It's really a wonderful resource.
And on a note on that, we are actually going to be sending these flyers out through your personal email, so you have that information to be able to access easy. I know it's hard to, you can't, you know, be jotting numbers down as we're reading them, so we'll be sending these flyers out on several of the things that we go over today to your personal emails, and then obviously this is always available on My Dasky Benefits as well.
Okay, and then another, we've had this for a little while, since May when we went to this platform. I don't know if you had it before or not, but Teledoc is another resource, especially for our drivers out there. You know, if there's oftentimes you might be out on the road and you know what, you might have a sinus infection, or you get tonsillitis every year at a certain time, and you know what it is, you just need an antibiotic, or maybe some allergy medicine, things like that, and where you would typically have to go to an urgent care, you can utilize our Teledoc service. You can download a mobile app, you can go online, you can also call them, and you get to actually speak to a doctor. They say their response time, you usually have to wait no more than 10 minutes to have someone either call you back or get online with you, and the doctor will ask you questions and about whatever it is that you're needing medical help with, and then they can call in a prescription wherever you're at. And even if you're at home, sometimes you can't get into the doctor right away, or it's a Sunday and the doctor's office isn't open. And so, great resource.
Or you're a germaphobe.
Yes, that can be.
And you don't want to sit in the doctor's office with sick people.
Right. So, but yeah, so if you have the gold or platinum healthcare, that's it. No cost to you to use a Teladoc Surface. But even if you have our bronze plan, it's still only $45, and that's certainly cheaper than going to urgent care. So, great resource. So please keep that in mind. And again, we'll make sure that we have this information available to you so that you can reach out to that if you need to use it.
Are there any questions yet?
We do have one question from Juliana Masters. She says, will we offer health insurance for owner-operators?
Unfortunately, I knew I would get that question. I get it every time. Unfortunately, at this time, we cannot do that. Offering health insurance to an owner-operator kind of goes against what some of the regulations with the ERISA regulations that are. To be able to offer an insurance plan, it has to be to a true employee, and owner-operators are an independent contractor. So we don't have that available through the company on our plan. That would, we could not do that. I know there are a lot of things that are available to owner-operators, and we would be happy to look into some things to just give you, like, these are some things you can look at. I know OIDA is one of the things that a lot of people use on that, but we might be able to give you some contacts to be able to reach out, but unfortunately at this time we don't have anything available through the company. Thank you for that question. One of the other things that kind of on the lines of the Teladoc that I want to touch on is, I feel like one of the things that's underutilized is a couple of our programs that we have, the accident and the critical illness. A lot of people carry that and only have that for the what if. And both of those plans actually have a wellness benefit that's tied into those plans. It's a $50 once a year wellness benefit for just getting your wellness screenings done. And I think that there's a lot of people that have that and pay for it all year long and don't get that $50 that they should have. I mean, if you're going to the doctor like you should and getting your physical and your screenings done, all you have to do is turn those in, and it's a $50 reimbursement that they give you. They send you a check for that $50. If you have your spouse on those plans, the spouse is also eligible for the $50 wellness benefit. Any dependent children are eligible for 50% of what you have. So each child would get $25 on a wellness benefit, up to a maximum of $100 for all the children. So those are things that I feel like a lot of people have those coverages and they're not utilizing to their full benefit. So if you have those, when you go to the doctor and get that wellness screening, you need to reach out to Voya and turn that in so you can do that wellness claim. We actually have some little wallet cards, and they're tiny, like I would have to take off my glasses to read the numbers, because not that I have bifocals or anything, but I have bifocals. So there's a number on here for Voya where you can call them and actually start that claim process over the phone. So I won't read that off, but anytime that you're in through Joplin, if you'll stop into Ruth's office, my office, see Brandon, we have these cards available for you, and they're kind of just a handy little card that has every single insurance that we have, their contact information, and the group number. So if you stop by and see us, we'll be more than happy to hand these out to you so you can stick them in your wallet. In the meantime, if you have those plans and you've already been to the doctor, say you started off January and when you was home for maybe Christmas time and even last year, you can call us. We'll give you that number to start that claim so you can go ahead and get that stuff submitted. Are there any more questions? No? Okay, so on one last thing, I think my last thing, okay, I was like, maybe my last thing, is we want to talk about something that we started in October of last year. Because our benefits platform is just a little bit different than what most companies have, We actually, Dasky joined with Compass Healthcare, and they provide a service that you have a health pro that you can call that is completely versed on every insurance that we have available, all the ins and outs of it, any questions that you have at all, you can call one number. So you're not having to look at this and say, who do I call if I need to find an eye doctor? Or who do I need to call if I need a medical doctor? What does my, what's the best doctors in the area to go through? I have to have knee surgery and I don't know who to go to. Instead of calling, 5 or 6 different numbers, there's a one-stop shop that you can call for anything to do with any of our plans at all. And that number is the 800-897-8547. And once again, we'll be sending out flyers on this to you as well, so you have those numbers. But the Health Pro through Compass can do a lot of things for you. If you have bills that have paid that you feel like are incorrect, you can submit those to them, and they will look into them and make sure that it processed correctly. I have had people that have used that and their claim was processed wrong, and they got it fixed by doing that. To call them to ask questions on providers in the area, anything like that, it's just a call and it's no big deal. If you have them look into claims, there is one form that you have to fill out, and that's basically because of HIPAA regulations. You have to give them authority to look into anything that provides that HIPAA protected information. So there's one authorization form that they have you sign and send back to them so they can actually look into those claims on your behalf. This is really something that makes it a lot better. Anybody in the HR department, Ruth, Kelly, myself, Brandon, we're always more than happy to help you with anything. But with the HIPAA regulations, there's not a lot that we can get to actually help you with a claim dispute. So that's one of the reasons why Compass is very good with that. And, the Dasky plan is a self-funded plan, and it's kind of different in a lot of people are used to the Aetnas or the Cignas, and so they know this is my set network and this is where I have to go. And we have those networks for doctors and PCPs, the primary care physicians, specialists, but not necessarily for a lot of the hospitals if it's not somebody they've already contracted with. Our plan is different from most of those plans in that it will process as an in-network claim all the time because there's truly no out-of-network. The one thing that is different is some doctors will get this, you'll give them your health card, and they don't recognize the name, so they just tell you that they don't accept that insurance. And so that takes some work on our end and the Health Pros end. They can reach out to that doctor kind of before. If you go to the My Dasky Benefits and you look and your provider's not online, a simple call to this, they can reach out to that doctor, explain how the program works to them and get that kind of approved up front. That's one of the things, especially if you have something major going on and your doctor, you're not sure if they're in line, or you give them your card and they say they don't accept it. And we can always work on that on the front end and the back end as well. There are ways that we have to work around, and Compass can do that. If your doctor is just flat saying that they're not going to pay that bill and they're not going to submit it and they won't care for you or whatever, we do have ways that we can actually do a direct pay to them to make sure that you get seen. You need to be patient. It's not like I can pay it in 20 minutes with my credit card. I wish it was that easy, but it is things that we can do to help you with that. So if anybody has any problems with that, and like I said, we're always more than willing to help you, but the Compass is available to help you with that at any time, on any reason, in any of our plans whatsoever. I don't know if anybody has any other questions. Hopefully you guys can call us at any time. You just call in to the 800 number or our 877 number, 877-860-1600. It's a little complicated to get to HR. I think you have to pick the maybe option 5 for administration, and then you listen again, and then there's a separate option for HR on there. That'll ring all of our lines at the same time, so somebody can pick up. You're either going to get myself, Ruth, which is my HR generalist here in Joplin. Kelly Brungart is our HR generalist in Arizona, and Brandon is our assistant. So any of my team is willing to help at any time. So please just feel free to reach out on anything that we can help. From us, from the HR department, once again, we just want to say thank you for everything that you do, and we're very appreciative of what you do for our company every day to make it great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Happy Friday.